All right, y'all. I'm doing something new today. While I got the free time and while the sun is out, it's set right now. I only got about 30 minutes until it goes completely dark. I got my check engine light is on in my car. I ended up buying a diagnostic scanner to figure out what was wrong with it. And it popped up the mass airflow sensor. So I'm gonna take the time myself and go ahead and take this thing apart, take a look at the sensor, take a look at my air filter, and figure out what it is, what we need to do in order to get the job done and get the situation fixed. So right now I'm just unscrewing everything so I can take it out, take everything apart and look at it. So let's see. All right, y'all, automatically I see an issue right now automatically. Even though I just unscrewed these things, let me show y'all something. So boom, I went ahead and took the latches off. This is unlatched. It's unlatched from here. This is unlatched. So I'm trying to get to the air filter. I realized that I have to unscrew these 3 screws in order to get this thing up. But right away, y'all, you see this connection here? It's disconnected. I'm like, hold on, where's the other piece? Bam, here we go. And I think this, I don't even probably have to do the whole job. You feel what I'm saying? Of taking this out and looking at everything. So just to give y'all some backstory, I took my car to a mechanic that was recommended to me, and they did me a tune-up and they changed my, what do you call that? My power steering situation. I bought it and I had to replace it, so that was good. And I also got a windshield replacement. So I got that and a tune-up, right? Now with the tune-up, he claims that he changed the air filter. So I'm like, okay, but my car, as soon as I got my car back, I'm talking about as soon as I got my car back, I turn it on and I ride out of the parking lot and my check engine light shows up. So I take it back to him. I'm like, hey, man, my check engine light is on. Can you see what's up with it? So he plugs my car up to the diagnostic scanner, and he didn't do anything. I'm assuming he read the code or seen the code and literally just erased it. All he did was just remove the check engine light by erasing the code. And I looked at him like, that's it? You're not going to tell me what the code read or anything like that. I'm not even going to tell y'all why I didn't go back and forth with him. I just accepted the fact that he got the engine light off, and I rode off. By the time I got back home, y'all, the check engine light had cut back on. So I decided not to take my car back to the guy because I didn't like the work that he did. I also asked him to fix my car door because I'm unable to get inside of my driver door. As y'all can tell, the car's unlocked. But my driver door has been having an issue. I got him to change the actuator, but during that, y'all, he actually put my locks on backwards. So now when I unlock my car, the lock mechanism switches, and when I lock my car, it unlocks. Just on this door though. So he put that on backwards. He dirtied up my car. He had my check engine light cut on, and it was just a lot of bullshit within the matter. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and connect this together, and then, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna check this. I'm gonna make sure that he actually changed my filter and that everything is a good job. So give me 1 second, y'all. All right, y'all, I did a lot so far, and I thought the camera was on, but I just looked and seen the camera was off. So far, I did give a shout out to my mom, and I told her, shout out to you, because she's the reason why I even decided to record this process. I told her what I was about to do to the car, and she said, hey, you should go ahead and record it. And I was like, that don't really fit my content, but hey, my lifestyle is my content, okay? So I was just saying that this is my first time ever touching my car in this manner, even doing any of this engine work inside the hood. I usually have my brother-in-law do the work, but I decided not to rely on him this time because when I looked up the requirements, the work for this job, it looked pretty easy. So I said I could do this stuff myself. You feel what I'm saying? So far, we went ahead and got the air filter out. This is the air filter. It's good. It's clean. And it does look like it was replaced. So from the looks of it, the mechanic that I took it to, when he did change my air filter out as a part of the tune-up, he didn't put the connections back together and seal everything up properly. Mainly being that that adapter that we seen that was disconnected. I could guarantee you right now that's the main reason why my check engine light is on and why it's reading for my mass airflow sensor. And I was saying that I feel like there's no need to even get to the sensor, take all this off and try to look at the sensor. I feel like it's no need, for one, because it was clear indication of what was wrong, and for two, this is my first time doing all of this, so I'm really just testing my limits, and I'm proud of how far I've come. But I'm gonna go ahead and take a little look to see if I'm able to get to the sensor and take a look at that. So number one, air filter is clean, so that's a check. Number two, connection disconnected, that's a check. And then the third thing would be the airflow, the mass airflow sensor. That would be the last thing, and I gotta dig a little deeper. So let's see if I can get to there. At least we can check off all three things being good with that before I go ahead and delete the code and run the car again. So let's go. So we're gonna put this filter back in. I wish I had an air blower because it is a little bit of debris that made its way inside of here. I'm gonna pick that out with my hands though. Just a little bit, nothing too deep. Make sure it's clean before we put it back in there. Got a little bird feather. Okay. We wanna make sure we're being gentle with this filter. Bam, put it back in. Put this back down. Snap that back on. Let's see. Before we snap this back on, let's see if we can get to this part here. All right, so that does look a little bit difficult. I've already taken out too many screws for my liking. So I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back, connect it, and then I'm gonna come back. Okay, that took just a little bit longer than necessary because I wanted to be extra. And I noticed that when I was unscrewing these 3 screws to get the box loose, a washer had fell down into the car, and I was wondering, like, dang, what was that piece that I heard drop down there to the bottom? So I used my observation skills, and I looked down in there, and I seen that it was a washer. Stuck my arm in there, had to take my coat off and everything, but I stuck my arm down in there, and I grabbed the washer piece that I seen. Lo and behold, it was definitely a match to the screw that I had unscrewed. So just so we could take a look at how I put everything back together. Everything's latched. Latch here, latch there. You look in the back, If you can see, right here, there's another latch, and back here, there's another latch. There it is right there. That piece is latched down. So I've put down all 4 latches. Just another little insight. Besides this connector piece being disconnected, there was another that latch back there was unlatched. So he left that unlatched and he left this unconnected. So we went ahead and latched all those, connected that back, screwed all of these screws back in. And so now it should be secure. There should be no extra air getting in there. Next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and plug the car back up to the diagnostic reader and erase the code. And then we're gonna take her for a drive and make sure that that light don't come back on. All right, let's do that and I'll be right back. I figure I'll let y'all see my little diagnostic scanner. I bought this off Amazon for $20, okay? So if y'all check engine light ever come on, instead of taking it to the shop and getting them to charge you $100 to $200, depending on, you know, to just diagnose your car, buy yourself a $20 diagnostic scanner. So let me plug this up right quick. All right, so it's all plugged up. We're gonna go ahead and turn the ignition. Okay, gonna press enter. Now it's linking to the vehicle. All right, it says codes found 1. All right, we're gonna hit enter on the engine code. We're gonna hit read codes. Stored codes, pending codes. So it's just one code. Excuse me, y'all. When I read it the first time, when I scanned it the first time, it only picked up one code. All right, so I'm doing it again, just the way I did it the first time, and it's still only reading one code, which is, let me go ahead and click enter. It's reading the code right now. Mass or volume air flow sensor. Okay, which is what I just fixed. So we're gonna go ahead and now we're gonna go back and I'm gonna hit erase code. All right, so erase trouble codes. Are you sure? Yes. Erase done. Okay, press any icon to continue. All right, so let me just go back and hit read codes one more time since I've erased it. All right, so now it's saying no codes are stored in the module. All right, so that's good. So now we're gonna hit exit and we're gonna go ahead and unconnect this thing. Disconnect this thing, I'm going to say. All right, so now I have turned the ignition off, took the key out. We're gonna keep this handy really quickly. Just gonna store this in the glove department until I put my roof down. I'm gonna put my roof down, gather my things, and we're gonna start the engine. Give me 1 second. All right, y'all, hood is down, everything's done. We're gonna go ahead and crank up the engine. Okay, as y'all can tell, the check engine light is now off. Okay, so that's good. But I'm gonna let her run for a little while, and just to give y'all a little backstory on the things that I was experiencing while the check engine light was on. So while the check engine light was on, while I was driving, I would get some sort of, I wouldn't say misfire, but she was really hesitant when I pressed on the brakes, not the brakes, when I pressed on the gas sometimes, she was really hesitant, as if she was gonna cut off, and like she was just, I don't know the right word to use right now. It'll come to me later on. But and occasionally she would cut off. The car would just cut off mid-drive, me, you know what I'm saying, riding around town. And so I was really concerned that I was having a transmission issue. So it was very important for me to figure out what was going on and why my check engine light was on, because I knew that they were corresponding and related to each other. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take her for a slight drive. I'll probably go to the gas station and back, and then I'm just gonna see how she rides. And if I'm go up a couple of hills too, the hills that are in my neighborhood that I do back and forth, my commute, and I'm gonna see how she rides, if she rides better, and if that check engine light cuts back on. I'm really proud of myself for doing this work. So I'm gonna take a drive, and I'm gonna come back and let y'all know how it is. All right, y'all, we back from our drive. I actually was out for about an hour, probably a little over an hour, because I actually went to the store and I went to my mom's house, and those 2 trips is where there's a pretty decent amount of hills, and it's a familiar commute. So I wanted to drive that route so that I can make sure that everything is checking out. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all see. I'm gonna crank the car up one more time. Okay. So as you can tell, we only have the airbag light on. Goodness. Okay. And y'all probably like, come on, focus. Y'all probably wondering, okay, so why is the airbag on? Well, that actually has been on since I got the car. And I live in Maryland, so when you're doing your Maryland state inspection, the airbag is not considered a fail. So that's just something that I'll have to check out, on my own time, just to, for one, make sure the airbag is still in there, and for 2, make sure that there's no issues with that, right? Because we don't want to take any chances. So yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. I was able to figure out my own problem and fix my own problem on my own, no mechanic, and it was about 30 minutes, a 30-minute job. Okay, so I appreciate y'all for watching this video. If you like the video, make sure you actually like the video, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, okay, and turn on the post notifications so you know when I drop a new one and you won't miss out. Drop a comment if you like what I did, and if you want to applaud me on doing such a good job. Y'all know I love y'all. As always, stay tapped in.